we go. It's Hump Day, July 29th, 2026. This Saturday, already going to be August. It's going by so fast. That's right. Well, I'm kind of hoping for summer to go by even faster. I am not liking this weather at all. At all. You get fires everywhere. It's 100 degrees outside. My place has no AC. Again, my favorite time of the year are those transition periods from one season to another. Like when it cools down from summer to fall, and you get that nice cool breeze, you get that difference in the air and all of that. Look at me talking about the weather like I'm some 50-year-old man. Anyways, Peach's Pit Party. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. Kicking off the show with some Brand of Sacrifice, one of their newer singles, Seeing Red. They were awesome to see live at the complex. You should definitely go check them out if you ever get the chance to do so. They were opening up for August Burns Red. It was August Burns Red, Brand of Sacrifice, Spite, and Crystal Lake. What a great show that was. And I was right up front, too, right by the gate. Kyle, their vocalist, was pretty funny because, yeah, I was right there in front of the stage. You could not miss me. I was right there in front of him. The band came out to the Pokemon theme song, out of all things. They're a bunch of nerds. I mean, Brand of Sacrifice. Their band is named after a thing in that manga Berserk, which I'm not really familiar with, but I was just told, like, yeah, their whole band is based off of that manga, Brand of Sacrifice. Yeah. And Kyle, I met him at the merch table after their set, signed my shirt for me. They have all these different anime-inspired T-shirts as well. I think mine had Exodia on it from Yu-Gi-Oh! The heavier the music, chances are the more nerdier the band is. It's Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Barrel 101. Also, you should definitely go check out our concert calendar. It got updated yesterday at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. Or go to the K-Bear app, click on concert calendar right there on the menu. It'll take you directly to it. There have been a lot of weird things happening at concerts. Some of the stuff I can't even get into detail of because, well, I would get that Jade Pucker alert, the JPA. I did talk about this yesterday with Jeff, or FJ, I should say, about that band Devil's Kin. Or Devil's Kin, or Devil's Skin. I don't know how you properly say their name, but somebody went number 2 in their pit area of their concert, and other concert goers were stepping on it, smearing it on the floor by complete accident because nobody expects a dookie to be on the floor, right? There's been a lot of weird bathroom incidents at a lot of pop shows as well. Morgan Wallen, Noah Kahn, Olivia Rodrigo talking about people wearing diapers in the front row of her concerts. At least this one's not bathroom related. Katy Perry, she found herself temporarily stranded inside a giant inflatable water bottle. Fans were ignoring her instructions during her headlining performance at Isle of MTV Malta last week, July 22nd. She climbed inside this transparent bottle while performing, expecting the crowd to roll her towards an enormous straw positioned near the stage. Instead, the concert goers just pushed the prop in the opposite direction as Perry is shouting inside the bottle and gesturing them for them to take her back. And of course, they're just ignoring her. They all have their phones out recording her. She's inside this giant water bottle screaming at the top of her lungs. One of the coolest things I've ever seen at a concert. I'm kind of glad. No, I'm kind of sad actually that Cody from Set It Off didn't do it when they opened up for Papa Roach in Pocatello. Cody from Set It Off would put this inflatable mattress into the pit area. Like, he would have all the fans hold it, and then he would jump from the stage onto the mattress. He did that when I saw them at the Depot. Yeah, the Depot. It was Set It Off, From Ashes to New, Point North, and I forgot who else was on that lineup, but Crown the Empire. Yeah. It was Set It Off, Crown the Empire. No, so From Ashes to New was not there. Set It Off, Crown the Empire. I forgot exactly who was there, but anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, Cody crowd surfed on this inflatable mattress around the depot. It was so cool. Live shows are just downright fantastic. I've been telling Jeff he's got to spend the money, make his way out to San Diego for Dia de los Deftones. Here's Phantom Bride on K-Bear 101. I talk about the subreddit unpopular opinion quite a lot. I might need to post this in there. This is my own unpopular opinion that TV shows that have been on for far too long need to just die already. Is Grey's Anatomy still going on? The Simpsons, I feel like that has run its course. SpongeBob is not even close to being as good as it once was. The creator of the show tragically passed away from ALS, and since that has happened, the show has just taken a downfall, or it has fallen off completely. American Idol does not need to be on TV anymore. I don't think any winner from American Idol ends up being all that famous. Maybe early on, like Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, Chris Daughtry, who was in second place during his season. ABC has renewed American Idol for a landmark, what it says here, landmark 25th season. The judges are completely different from what they used to be. People would tune in because they wanted to see Simon Cowell just berate the contestants. It was great back in the day. You had William Hung, Shebang, you know, and then there was also the pants on the ground guy. Now you have all these different voice shows. You have The Voice, you have America's Got Talent, you have American Idol. There's no need for this show to keep on going. Because even if you do win American Idol, it's just it feels like, what am I trying to call it here? It feels like, I don't know, you're going to get made fun of in the real world for trying to be a musician that won American Idol, and then you get pushed by, I don't know, you'll forever be known as the American Idol winner. You won't have your own legacy. So shut it down. Shut American Idol down. It's no longer needed. System of a Down, it's Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. It pays to listen to us, you know? Radio exists for a lot of reasons, and, well, we like to reward those that listen to our station. And we give away concert tickets all the time. We're giving away tickets to go see Theory of a Dead Man and Seven Dust live at the Mountain America Center September 23rd. We're also giving away tickets to the just announced yesterday Godsmack with Dorothy, also at the Mountain America Center. I believe that's what, October 10th? October 10th, yeah, which is a Saturday. I talked about it yesterday. There was somebody that previously told me, in all seriousness, that they'll never have shows here in Idaho Falls or Salt Lake City or Boise on a Saturday because they save those dates for the bigger cities. And this person was serious when they told me that take, and I tried my best not to laugh, because that's not how touring works at all. And that person was dating a musician at the time. You think their significant other would tell them, hey, that's not how it works. Don't just spew ignorance out there, you know? But anyway, Saturday, October 10th, Godsmack and Dorothy. Sunday, the 11th, Yellow Wolf and Highly Suspect. You got two great shows back to back. We gave away tickets for that show as well. Victor just awarded one of our listeners for taking random photos of me at the Papa Roach concert with Godsmack tickets. And I'm like, watch that turn into a giant bit where it's going to be like TMZ is following me at every show, because word's going to spread that we're giving away concert tickets to those people that just take random pictures of me at a concert. And listener Glenn got like a few, I think he intentionally waited for me to be by myself, because Maddie was with me 98% of the show. My friends Bryson and Charlotte were with me. I was also standing next to Victor and Becca. He got some pretty funny pictures of me, not going to lie, but I find it funny. I really just don't care. I mean, pictures are going to be taken of me regardless, because people like to do that thing where they go, hey, try to find Peaches, and I'm head and shoulders above everybody else in the pit. You know, there's that whole thing. So yeah, It pays to listen to the radio because we give away concert tickets all the time. Can Spotify do that? No. Here's Scatterbrain. Bitter. Each NFL team that appears on HBO's Hard Knocks seems pretty unenthused about a camera crew following their every move during training camp. But Seattle Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald says he's welcomed the attention as his team plots its way to defending their Super Bowl title. When asked about the cameras around him, Macdonald said, "I told the guys they're going to capture what we do, and they do a great job of doing that. Let's be us. We want them to capture us. We are proud of who we are and how we do things, so there is really no reason to try and change anything or try to be something we are not." The new season of Hard Knocks debuts on August 4th. While fishing with a harpoon is rare these days, a guy by the name of Charlie Nutting. That's a sad last name, man. Charlie Nutting gave it a try recently. He fished with a harpoon and caught a 675-pound bluefin tuna off the coast of New England. Thanks to some coordination with the boat's pilot controlling the speed and a sturdy pulley system, the harpoon line never broke. They were able to get the giant fish on board before any sharks in the area figured out what was happening and decided to make things complicated for everyone involved. And last but not least here in the world of college football, the world of college sports continues to change in a big way. The latest change involves teams adding ads to their uniforms, along the lines of NASCAR uniforms that have become walking billboards. Starting this weekend, college teams can put sponsor logos right on player jerseys. Ohio State and Notre Dame just signed massive deals to lead the way. Ohio State is putting Chase Bank logos on their jerseys for up to $17 million a year. Notre Dame is putting SoFi Bank patches on their famous football jerseys for around $20 million a year. Schools need this cash to pay players and run their programs. So now, college football is just going to be ads shoved down your throat. We should expect this trend to continue with more programs, more jersey patches. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update, powered by me, right here on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. I'm feeling a little bit offended by this question. I should say this thread, because somebody put an answer down that I'm like, hey, wait a minute. What's something people romanticize that actually sucks? Being famous. You got to think about it. I mean, everybody wants to be famous, but do you want to have the paparazzi following you everywhere? Like, even if you go on vacation to somewhere way across the world, do you want the paparazzi to take pictures of you going into the water and you got no shirt on? You know, it's the worst possible angle. TMZ always uploads the worst possible photos of every celebrity, and they do that on purpose, obviously. The military was something people romanticize that actually sucks. Working in a coffee shop, being on your own for the first time. I still remember that day, watching my dad leave, and I went, wow, I'm officially living on my own. And sure enough, I ordered a full-on pizza, ate the whole thing. My living room was not decorated at all. Like, I had a fold-out camping chair that I sat in. I had my old TV, my old rolling TV stand below it. Wow, what a setup that was. But then this is the answer that offended me for what's something people romanticize that actually sucks. Being very tall, which I'm sure a fellow tall person put that answer. Because you can't go on most roller coasters or rides overall. You can't fit in most cars. It becomes a comedy skit if your friend goes, hey, try to fit into my 2008 Hyundai Accent. And I go, okay, watch me try to fold myself up to fit in this tiny, puny vehicle. Then you also have people staring at you all the time. And if you go to concerts, you get those people that for some reason think that since I'm tall, I can't hear them. Where they go like, why does the tall guy have to stand in front of me? And then I turn around and go, what did you just say? Nothing. And then they walk away. I'm not meaning to stand in front of people. You know, I feel embarrassed. I feel like I don't want to stand in front of anybody in the pit. There was like some lady who was like 3'5" in the Papa Roach pit. And she like looks at me. She keeps looking at me thinking I don't see her looking at me. And then she builds up the courage to tell me, please don't stand in front of us. At that point, I should have just thrown her across the entire pit, like a football. Just give her a nice spiral right to the security guard. Maybe we should pass her back and forth. I'm only kidding. I had this request again from these two dudes, Corey and Michael. They kept pestering me today, asking me to play this song. So here you go, Greta Van Fleet, play your games. I swear, the uppity schmucks that live in L.A., they're, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, insufferable. Toluca Lake. That's a quiet neighborhood in Los Angeles located near the Universal Studios theme park. Well, residents there are struggling a bit because they're struggling a bit this summer because of a new roller coaster at the theme park. Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. The park did a great job of making the roller coaster quiet. The machinery doesn't make a lot of noise, and they installed sound walls and gravel to maximize the quiet. I love how the music bed stopped right after I said that. There's still a problem, though. Riders of Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift are screaming loudly. One resident called the constant screaming disturbing, while another resident said, "You think something is happening, like someone is getting murdered out there? We'll see if enough residents complain about the noise and if there's anything more Universal Studios can do to fix it. How about you get those people to leave? You live next to a theme park. Of course there's going to be people screaming." Those people at Toluca Lake, man. I bet they are the type to post in the local Facebook group, "Did anybody else hear that loud boom? What's going on out there? Why is somebody screaming? I live next to a theme park, especially a theme park that specializes in Halloween horror nights. I heard chopping sounds and screaming. What's going on out there?" There's that hike that my friends and I used to do to Murphy's Ranch. Yeah, you park in this uppity neighborhood in LA, and there are signs that the people themselves, not the city, the people themselves put out there saying, "Don't you dare even park here." Well, of course, we parked there because it's not like they can contact the law and be like, "They're parked outside my house. Tow their vehicle." Get off your high horse. I was reading here about this scam that's supposedly the latest. It's the latest donation scam. There's a stranger asking for a small donation where it's this whole in-person setup. It targets people using contactless payments like Apple Pay or Google Pay. Someone comes up to you, says they're raising money for whatever cause, the Peaches Needs a Jet Ski Foundation, and asks for a modest donation, maybe 10, 20, $50. But if you aren't looking closely when you tap to pay, you're charged hundreds or even thousands of dollars instead, which, I mean, usually when people walk up to me trying to sell me something or ask me to donate to something, I just laugh and keep walking. As terrible as that sounds. I personally hate it. I mean, I hate it when I go into a place like Brolem's, for example. Look at me sounding like one of those uppity schmucks from Southern California. I don't want the peasants bothering me. I hate it when I walk into like a Brolem's, and then you have that football team outside asking for money. You're like, get the money yourselves. Do a car wash instead. Leave me alone. Yeah, don't fall for scams. Jokes aside, I've never seen any. Luckily, I haven't had anybody walk up to me asking for donations. I mean, I have had the old iPad turned around, and they asked me to tip, and I looked them right in the eye and hit that no tip button. Look at me being an alpha. Here's the pretty wild Sleepwalker on K-Bear 101. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. Several schools across the U.S., they're set to install these pepper spraying drones. We briefly mentioned this on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem earlier today. These pepper spraying drones are part of a new effort to respond to school shooting attacks, which my mind immediately went to some nerd is going to hack into these things and just start going after his bullies, which you got to be kind to people, no matter what, all right? Don't be that D-bag, that high schooler that's picking on the nerd, picking on whoever. I had to deal with that quite a lot in high school. It sucked. Having these guys that were like 5'8" with loud mouths, just talking trash all the time. And look at me now, having to deal every day with a guy who's 5'8", running his mouth, talking trash all the time. Maybe I should fly in a pepper spray drone right into our lobby, right through the door, right into the K-Bear studio. Just start shooting pepper spray right at Victor's face. Or whenever Jade makes me mad, he starts screaming at me in a meeting or whatever, I just stand up and go, I am not going to take this bullying drone after him. And this drone just flies into Jade's office. But instead of pepper spray, I use like skunk spray or fart spray. Makes the whole room smell bad. He starts gagging. I forgot about this story until now. eBay has agreed to pay almost $50 million to a Massachusetts couple who said former employees of the company targeted them with threats and bizarre anonymous deliveries, including live insects, a funeral wreath, and a bloody pig Halloween mask. Imagine, like, just having some random eBay employee hate you for whatever reason. Maybe they're like an ex to this person. I'm not exactly sure, but also you got to be mature and just do your job rather than, targeting somebody. I mean, live insects being sent. I didn't realize you could buy live insects. No, wait. They just put those in a box and then shipped them to that guy's address or whoever's address it is, the couple's address. A funeral wreath and a bloody pig mask. That couple just got a whole lot richer. $50 million. Wow. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. We're giving away tickets to 2 different shows this week. The one that was just announced on Tuesday, Godsmack and Dorothy at the Mountain America Center, the Rise of Rock World Tour. Making a stop Saturday, October 10th, the Mountain America Center. We're giving away tickets before you can even buy them. Just listen for that cue to call and be caller, whatever we say at 208-535-1015. The other giveaway with the other concert we're giving away tickets for is for Theory of a Dead Man and Seven Dust. Also live at the Mountain America Center, September 23rd. Listen for back-to-back tracks from either band and be caller 20 when you do at 208-535-1015. 2 different concerts, 2 fun times. It helps to listen to the radio, doesn't it? You win free concert tickets just for listening to us. Here's an interesting career tip. The chief economist at OpenAI says one of the smartest things you can do isn't to copy what successful people did, it's to pay attention to how they think. The idea is that AI can help you learn new skills faster, but curiosity, problem solving, and a willingness to keep learning are still what separate people in their careers. Technology changes, those qualities don't. And if you're ready to put to work, you got to check out the newly redesigned HireEastIdaho.com. This week's Hire East Idaho job of the week is a formulation bulk processor evenings position with Melaleuca in Idaho Falls. In this full-time role, you'll weigh and process bulk products, operate manufacturing equipment, help maintain a safe and clean production environment, work with a team dedicated to creating high-quality wellness products. Starting pay, $19 an hour, including the evening shift differential with a schedule of about 2:45 p.m. to 11:15. That'll be your set shift. Benefits include profit sharing after 6 months, monthly free company products, longevity bonuses, paid reviews, opportunities for advancement, and a clean, climate-controlled workplace. You can apply today at HireEastIdaho.com, where you'll also find hundreds of other opportunities from employers across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I posted this not that long ago on our social media pages at K-Bear 101 FM that a year ago today, we had East Idaho News show up to our studio and learn what it's like to be a K-Bear radio DJ. And I think she had a great time doing so. I just saw Jeff walk by the studio. What are you doing out there, Jeff? You peeping? Come on in, dude. I was talking about how a year ago today, Caitlin from East Idaho News got to see what it's like as a radio DJ.
It was probably the best day of her life.
Yeah, it was. She just got married recently. Forget that. That's not important.
No, not at all.
Instead, she got to see what it's like to be Victor Wilt and Peaches.
See, that sounds way better than getting married.
Yeah, and what's the complete and utter disrespect that we got on the East Idaho News YouTube channel is absurd. Not from them. Not from them. No. No, from the people that were interested in watching. Because If you go to that Work It segment that they do over there,
Yeah.
you'll see our video on the playlist. Like if you go to their YouTube channel, there's a whole bunch of different playlists, as a matter of fact. I think it's called Working It. Let me search on their channel instead because I can't find it. Working It. Yeah, there it is. Working It. Okay, it's going to play the YouTube video. I need to turn this off here because an advertisement was about to start playing. Man, there's so many videos in here. But anyway, overall, our video barely got 1,000 views. The next video that they did for that segment, the Working It segment, was when Nate Eaton went to a grocery store and worked there.
How'd that do?
That got way more views than us.
Really?
Yeah.
People are weird.
You want to go look at work at a grocery store? Go for it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good time.
Yeah, go look for any job for a grocery store at HireEastIdaho.com. Right, Jeff?
Exactly.
Jeff, I'm glad you stuck around because we were talking off the air about Kim Dracula being accused of ripping off the Callous Dow Boys.
I'm a breakdown connoisseur. I love me a good breakdown.
And you've experienced this kind of music for more years than me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know breakdowns are similar across the board.
Breakdowns are breakdowns. They've all got the chuggity chugs and the chuggity chugs.
Do you like them more than guitar solos?
Ooh, that's tough. That depends on the guitar solo. I mean, something about a good ripping guitar solo really gets me, but a breakdown hits a little different.
I do love when a soft song all of a sudden just goes right into something heavy. Like we were talking about my It's So New song of the day today, Electric Callboy, The Way You Are.
Ooh,
of course,
good.
they're just fun. Like Electric Callboy is going to be completely off the rails.
That's, yeah.
Same with Ice Nine Kills, who we just played. Like they'll have some fun breakdowns.
They've got some great ones.
Yeah, but there are those metal elitists out there that, they're like, the best breakdowns come from like August Burns Red or, like.
I mean, they've got some good breakdowns.
They do. They're metal gods. They're great live too.
They're fantastic.
But I would have to say I like a breakdown more than a guitar solo.
Like, it just depends on which one it is. Like, some guitar solos really get me, but breakdowns, like,
We were talking about Kim Dracula, his new one, molecular whatever. He was getting accused of ripping off the Callous Dow Boys out of all bands. Their track, Gigantic Parasitic Ton.
It's a breakdown. It's all been done before.
And me and Victor listened to the two different breakdowns yesterday morning. They're not the same.
No.
They're not.
They're different.
Like, a breakdown's a breakdown. There's different vocals. There's different tuning.
People have too much time on their hands.
They do, especially the metalcore subreddit.
Oh, yeah. Get a job.
They're almost as bad as the Seether subreddit. Those moderators.
I'm sure that one's
can
awesome.
Eat my shorts. That's a reference that you would know.
Yes, it is.
We've been talking a lot about millennial references because apparently we went a little overboard, or I went a little overboard with the Gen Z referencing for Z103.
Yeah.
And so we were wanting to do more millennial references for Z103 because, got to cater to all listeners.
Well, of course.
And I've been having you help me discover movies from all the way back then,
So long ago.
Back when I was born, back in 1996.
What a good year.
That was 30 years ago.
I was 12.
And now look at us, co-workers,
Man.
There's not too much of a difference between you and I. That's what's funny. It's like if you put a 12-year-old and a newborn baby together, it's like, that's quite a difference.
There is.
But as soon as you get to like 70, or not even 70,
70?
and 42,
what are you
and
trying
30.
to say about me?
I never thought I would read this as a legitimate story. This sounds like an Onion article. Maybe I should have saved this for today's What the Headline, but oh well. This poor dude by the name of Brandon Claim from Halifax, Canada. He was convicted following an investigation that began in Wisconsin in 2018. The case centered on a Kik account. Man, I haven't heard about Kik in quite some time. K-I-K. Back in the day, you would use that to discreetly, text another, like a guy or girl. Be like, send pictures. The case centered on a Kik account whose username referenced the iconic Fusro Dodge Dragon Shout from Skyrim. However, investigators made a one-character mistake when requesting the account's information from Kik, setting off a chain of events that took years to unravel. The account police intended to investigate was named Fus underscore row, just one underscore da, with two underscores after Foos, you know? The subpoena sent to Kick instead listed Foos underscore row underscore da, which only had one underscore and belonged to Brandon. Well, this guy spent like 18 months in jail because of this mistake. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen, man. I feel like he is going to make a whole lot of money. He was arrested for what exactly? His name was like someone else's username, the one difference being an underscore, and that's it. That's it. He's about to make millions, and rightfully so. Here's Beartooth with Free. He's now free on K-Bear 101. And here we go with today's What the Headline. This woman in Iowa, she was arrested after police say she was driving a lawnmower through a convenience store parking lot while intoxicated. She allegedly failed field sobriety tests, and this wasn't even her first impaired driving arrest. So, yeah, mo booze, mo problems. That was a horrible joke. I am so sorry. Yeah, she had slurred speech, poor balance, bloodshot, watery eyes. Back in 2022, she was dinged for driving an SUV under the influence of meth. Sounds like a real winner. Mo booze, mo problems. I'm sorry for saying that again. That is today's What the Headline right here on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. Somebody on Facebook asked, like, what's your favorite subreddit? And I had a reply saying, unpopular opinion. It has become my favorite subreddit as of late because it provides such great content for this show. You ready for this one? Are tacos just messy burritos? You would expect that from a radio DJ, right? Let me know your answer, 208-535-1015. We love a good Taco Tuesday. Don't I have a soundbite for that somewhere? Oh, my goodness, I do. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there was a whole Lil Jon song. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm sorry. Yeah, this guy was basically saying, like, hey, there's no point to tacos. They're just a messy version of burritos. The poster even went as far as to say we would be better off without them. Okay, whatever you think. Tacos are some of the best food. They're some of the best things out there, man. A taco is not a burrito that forgot to close, says one of the responses. They exist for a reason. Tacos are about the tortilla to filling ratio, the toppings, the salsa, being able to eat different ones. White people taco night, no thank you. Give me some real tacos, all right? Don't give me those giant tomato wedges with the thick olives and the sour cream. Oh, no, it's not even sour cream. It's like Cool Whip in there with the worst shredded cheese possible. Who wants taco night? Somebody also said, I don't recall there being a Doritos Loco version of a burrito. That's true. Burritos are hit or miss depending on who wraps them. If you have that one person at Chipotle that doesn't know how to wrap a burrito, it ruins your entire experience. That's my unpopular opinion. Here's Pierce the Veil, So Far, So Fake on K-Bear 101. Wow, that microphone sucks.
I could try the other one.
That one's even worse.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I'll stick with this cruddy one.
I told Jade during my meeting today, but he was too busy yelling at me about not posting on social media. I'm like, Jade, why don't you focus on what you're supposed to do? Your job.
That's right.
Don't worry about me doing mine. Okay?
Get out of my face.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forrest the animal wannabe.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Exactly.
I wanted to talk to you about a book club.
About a book club?
Yeah. You saw this in the overreacting subreddit?
No, I did not.
There was a guy that was a part of a book club, and he was the only dude member.
Okay.
And one of the husbands of one of the ladies in the book club said, hey, I want you to quit the book club because I don't want you reading these dark romance books with my wife.
Well, do they sit down and read them together?
Well, it just says
naked.
The husband was reportedly uncomfortable with his wife discussing books, especially dark romance and fantasy titles, in a group that included another man.
Well, okay. Picture this. You're sitting in, I don't know, Barnes and Noble, and got a group of people sitting around a table, and that one scene in 50 Shades of Grey, that was my favorite part.
Just one scene in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I don't know.
As a guy who read the first 30 pages of 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, you did?
There's multiple. Yeah, because I was trying to impress a lady back in the day.
How would that impress a lady?
I don't know. Maybe because if I knew about the subject matter, that she'd be like, "Oh, that's great." What is this guy gonna? What's this guy gonna think? I'm not at a loss for words here. What's he gonna think is gonna happen? He's gonna read like a passage of one of the dark romance books, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, swooning over him."
Yeah.
Does he sound like Morgan Freeman?
Yeah. Again, what's the setting of their book club?
Does he not trust his wife enough to be like?
Is the book club his wife and just the dude, and they have book club when he's not home in their bedroom?
It's a cover-up for something else.
I didn't think about that angle.
They call it book club, but there's the upside-down pineapple outside the door.
Okay.
And who knows?
So
maybe something's already happened.
We don't know the history here with his wife. Maybe she's, caused their relationship all kinds of problems
Love
with book
is
club.
the death of peace of mind.
No, book club's the death of peace of mind.
Make that your book club.
All right.
Especially just invite like everyone's wives in the building to join your book club.
Will you join my book club? We're going to read Edward Lee.
You ask Chantel to join your book club. You ask Jess.
Yeah, all these disgusting books that I have.
Oh.
Here's her book for the week. It's called The Big Head.
Here's the girl next door. You ready?
Yeah, exactly.
I was actually talking to my friend's wife about this. She was like, I need book recommendations because she's into some really sick stuff when it comes to reading. Like she was into like dead body things and all of that. And I'm like, have you ever heard about The Big Head, like what you just mentioned? Yeah. And she's like, no, what is that? And I'm like, here you go. But she's sick enough to where she'll enjoy it.
I enjoy it too.
See?
I'm a sick person.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
But I also recommended to her The Girl Next Door.
That one didn't make me laugh.
At least now I know any single time a movie makes you laugh, I know it's going to be the most messed up movie I've ever seen.
Probably.
I remember having to watch Weapons, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry for showing you this. Or The Substance. The worst experience ever was showing two people that were heavily, not religious, but they thought their sense of humor is entirely different.
Yeah.
And I showed them Howard Stern's Private Parts, and we had to sit through that of just constant boob references and
nudity,
boob visuals, and
all the sex stuff.
Yeah, I'm sitting there
it's a filthy movie.
I'm like, I feel like a pig for showing them this, and they're also like 5, 6 years younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm still showing them this, and I'm like, this is like me showing my sister, like this type of movie. I should not be doing this, but yeah, start that book club.
All right, I'm going to go get working on it.
Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.